Hello, hello, hello everyone. Yep. Please let me know if you can type anything. I am hoping not, right? Just wait. Yep, try now. Yep, hi, I can see the message. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Let's just wait for 1 or 2 minutes and then we will quickly start. So, meanwhile, you can ask me any questions about MCP or what do you think MCP is? Why do you think it is necessary to know MCP nowadays? Let's answer that. If not MCP, then how we connect only APIs? Okay, if we don't use MCP, basically we have to connect with all the APIs which other platforms provide. Cool, cool. This is a good answer. It's open so standard for connecting to applications like Claude or ChatGPT. Okay, cool. MCP to provide context to models. Okay, cool. We can host a MCP server and multiple AI applications can access it. That's great. MCP is a tool to help AI to connect to tools such as DB. Okay, okay. What all parameters needed to connect to other models in absence of MCP? Okay. Yeah, we are going to see that, Ravi. No issues. Just a second. Let me see if my code is still running. Yep. Cool. Let's give it 2 more minutes. What were you saying? MCP is a tool to help AI to connect to tools such as DB. Yep, I got that. What all parameters? Yep. Okay, okay. Can you all also tell me like from where are you joining right now? I just want to have a little context like before starting. Hyderabad, okay, Hyderabad again. Cool. Bengaluru, correct. Bengaluru is one of the places, yes. Toronto, okay, you're joining from Toronto. Okay, cool. Bangalore, okay, Bengaluru. Where are you, sir? I am in a place called Muradabad, which is in UP. So, yeah. Stockholm, okay, we are from Stockholm also. Nice. And how much experience do you all have, like in AI specifically? I'm asking. Have you built any applications yet using AI? I'm not talking about Claude Code. I'm talking about any application which have some or the other AI feature, as simple as a chat application or further. Just using ChatGPT and Cursor for automation. Okay. Chatbot. Okay, you have created a chatbot. Okay. AI L board learning. What is this? L board learning. I'm sorry, I am a little behind with these jokes. Okay. See, today the thing is we are only a few, okay? We are like in two digits only. We are not in three digits like in our courses and everything. So we can have a proper chat session. We can have a like cool session today. We don't have to worry about anything. And also I have created this session. The entire structure of this session is such that I will be like taking you from creating a chatbot till an MCP. We will be creating our own server also, our own client also. But for that, I can't code like on live, right? I have to cover so many topics. So what I have did is I have created an application, multiple applications basically already, and we are going to just understand how things work. Okay. Is this fine, everyone? Cool. Yes, please. Okay. Cool, cool. Thank you for responding. So now what we are going to do? How many of you have already attended the first webinar on of MCP, which I took on Thursday, I guess? I did. Okay, Manik. Yeah. I missed. Okay, no issues. I did. Cool, cool. Even if you missed, I'll try to cover some of the topics, but I would recommend you, like after going through this live session and everything, you can go back and see that recording also. Okay. I will be covering that in this a little bit also. Don't worry about that. Gone through Thursday recordings as well, as I missed. Okay, okay. Cool, Ravi. Recording link, post session. Please share. Yeah, yeah, I can share. Just a second. Cool. So first of all, let me share the screen only. Okay. Okay. We don't want to see Zoom. We don't want to see this as well. I can switch to user side. We can see this, no issues. And let me put this also here. Can I see your messages? Yup. Cool. Now, in order to share the links, you already have learn.telesco.com live in front of you right now. Can you see the screen? Okay. So in this, what we are doing basically is, see, this is our homepage. These are the courses. We can see courses in here. And I have already enrolled to some of the courses. So I can see some of the courses basically here. These all courses are what? Paid. Okay. We have to pay some amount. I am already on board, I think. That's why I'm not getting the price. Let me see other courses. Let's say about these courses. So there are some price for enroll any courses as we already have. So, but apart from that, we are also having these webinars. Okay. These webinars are completely free right now. Maybe we will charge something in future, but right now, one, two, three, four, five, all these five webinars are free, completely free. What you have to do basically, you have to simply click on any of the webinar. And for me, it is already logged in, so it is showing like this, but you can enroll freely and can see the video, can see the lectures. Okay. And also here we also have this. Okay. This is the current live only. Let me go through this only. We also have this section, discussion section, like someone have created this comment, right? So we will get back to you. Okay, this also we will answer today. No issues. Are we good? So we all know where to go, where to see the free webinars, where to see like the older webinars also. Cool. So let's start with today's game. So I am making this full screen, and also let me go to the code. So first thing first, I have created some five chatbots basically. Okay. And with each iteration, I have improved some or the other things. We will see them one by one and we will see how I have configured things. Okay. So let's start. First thing is, let me go here. I have used OpenAI. So in order to create applications through OpenAI, you have to go to API platform and then you have to purchase some tokens. So I have consumed these much tokens, I think today. Not sure, but no issues. You can see that I have purchased some tokens. Let me go to profile setting billing. Yep. So $5 is the minimum. I have spent that much amount, and this is what it is remaining balance basically. Okay, so I have used some of it. Maybe if you are in the courses, you will have to buy things, and also if you are going to like build applications, you have to buy things. You have to buy things. In that sense, you can buy this OpenAI. You can go from Anthropic, or you can use that Gen AI also from Google. But in each of the cases, you have to buy some tokens, okay, in order to create some applications. So with this, we also have one more thing. Let me show you that also. Let me go to OpenAI models. So in every platform like OpenAI, GenAI, or any other platform, we are going to have some models to which we will interact. Okay, this is the current one, 5.6 Soul. And these are the like 5.6 only. We have the older ones also. View more, not this. All models, yep. So 5.6 GPT real time, this 1.5, 5.6 cyber, dark red. All these are models. Okay, models. We will be talking to models and we are getting some responses. Okay, this is what our LLMs are trained to give us responses. Okay, first thing is, let me create this application. So this is our application. We have already discussed this in the like previous class also, but just like a bit of glimpse I'm showing you. MCP only Anthropic or any other favors or others, please. You can use anyone. No, don't worry about that. So application, and here we have our LLM. Okay. Now what we are trying to do? We are trying to call LLM for our responses. Why we are doing this? Because LLMs are smart, they are trained on various data, and we want to use the power of LLMs into our applications. Without this, if I have to create any chat application, let's say if I am going to write, "Hi, how are you?" In order to respond to this, if I'm creating my own applications, I have to basically put each and every permutation combinations of these words into my database, and then I will need to figure out basically what response will be suitable for this particular request. Okay, but this work is already being done through LLM, so we are not going to create our own LLM now. We will simply use them into our application, and that will make our application AI application. Okay, this makes sense. I'm going to show you some complex codes. Okay, so please make sure you are understanding all the things basically. Okay, so this makes sense to everyone, right? This is easy thing only. So we are going to like call this and we are getting some response from LLM. Now, in order to call any third party module, what do? Either we use APIs or we use SDKs, right? Into our application, Python applications. So these are the two most common things. There can be many options other than these also, but these are the most common like approaches to use any LLMs, to use any third party for that matter. So in order to use LLMs into our application, I'm not going to use APIs, but I'm going to go with SDK. Every LLM in this world basically will provide their SDK in order to integrate to our application. We can either go with any LLMs like popular LLMs also, and if we want to create any local LLM, or if we want to use any local LLM from Olama or something, we can use that also. Okay. Now let's get back to our code. Where is our code? Yep. So here what we are doing, let me open the project also. So in this environment variable, basically environment file, you can see I have created an API key, which I have here. If I go back to OpenAI again, you can see API dashboard. No, 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 this dashboard. Yeah, API keys. I have created one API key from here, create new secret key, easy stuff. Nothing new. I am not going to create one more. So I am using this key here. Let me also change this. Just a second. How can I change this? Why? Just a second. I basically don't want to see this screen. Why is this? Okay. Yep, this is good. So I don't want to create any API key. So for that, I have already created one. You can also create your API key. Don't worry about that. No worries about that. I have simply created a project, and this is how we are calling our chat model, OpenAI. Okay. I'm using LangChain here. And this is the like proper structure, or we can say this is the standard. We are using LangChain to call our API, and every LangChain basically models, you will get an invoke method. Here is our invoke method, invoke function basically, where you will pass your query, and we are going to get some response. How we can process the response? Through response.content. Now, one of the reasons of using LLM or LangChain is it basically standardized the project, the approach of calling any LLM. Okay, so today I'm using this ChatGPT 4o mini. Tomorrow I will be using any other model, and also I can change this Chat OpenAI to any other OpenAI. Let's say Gemini OpenAI or Anthropic OpenAI. I can use any of them, but my code will remain same because these like methods or functions are of LangChain, not of our LLM. Okay, these are the wrapper functions over the LLM calls. So I don't have to change much code. That's why we are using LangChain. Okay. Okay, Ravi, we are going to answer this in a bit. Okay. So are we good up to here? Please type yes or no. Cool. So now what will I do? Let me comment these things, or not this line. Okay. Yep, this is good. So I've commented some of the parts, some of the code. Don't worry about that. We will see that in a minute. Okay, let me run the application first. Let me remove this also. Okay, currently we are in 5. We want to go to first. And let me run simply UV run main. And now it is asking me to like type anything. Let me write, hi, my name is Akshay. Okay, it is giving me a proper response. So for this particular message, I'm getting a proper response from where? From our LLM. Which LLM? OpenAI LLM. Which model? GPT-4o mini. Okay, why I am using GPT-4o mini? Because it is cheap. Okay, not because anything else, because for my like these sessions, this is enough. Okay, I can go to GPT 5.6 also, but the pricing changes, so I don't want to basically waste my credits. So that's why I'm using 4o mini. Okay, in order to create your applications, your like private projects, you can start with 4o mini and then can change to 5.6 or any other model which you prefer. Cool. So this is a normal chatbot. This is a normal message actually, not a chatbot. In this, we are saying my name is something and it is returning a proper conversation. Now, if I go to this page again, let me open ChatGPT. And here also I can write, hi, my name is Akshay. And it is going to give me some hi message. Okay, nice to meet you. Cool. I can now ask my GPT, like, what is my name? And it is hopefully going to respond with Akshay. Yep, it is responding. Okay. Now let's come to our application. This is like happening because we are giving some or the other previous context of messages to this particular LLM, to this particular model. Here, if we simply like use what I'm doing, just see it. I'm simply using this to and fro into a loop, nothing more. Okay. I'm simply using while loop, and in the while loop I will be taking inputs again and again, and this is just a false condition that if my user input is bye, I'll be writing goodbye. and then the code will stop. Okay. Yep. And if it is not by, then like the message will continue. Okay. Simple thing only. Up to now, everything is clear now. I have simply used like these input outputs into a while statement, and I have added this particular line to break the flow. Cool. Let me know. Up to here, everything is good. Okay. I have not used anything complex or anything which is not like understandable. Name LLM, it's fine tuning, right? This name, this is a variable name. We can name it anything. We can name it client or anything. I'm not showing you fine tuning. I'm showing you like normal process, how we can use our models. All good up to now. If you have any questions at any given point, please make sure that you ask it before it is going to get basically a lot complex than this. Cool. Now let me run the application. Okay. I can write hi. I am Akshay. And I'm getting some response, which is good. Now, let me ask our model, what is my name? So it is saying, I don't know your name, right? But I just started with my name. Then also it doesn't have any idea about my name. Why is that? Because while calling our LLM, every message we are giving to our LLM will be treated as a new message. Why? Because we are not maintaining any history also, and also there is no way our LLM can understand our previous chats. Are you with me? So in order to work with this, we have to give some access of our previous chats at least to our model. The journey from our LLM calls to MCP is this only. Basically, we are trying to give some or the other context. Oh, why I'm writing like this? Just a second. Context to our models. Context is a big word here. So currently, what do we want? We want that whenever we are chatting with our application, at least our application should retain all the previous messages, like should remember all the messages which we have talked about. Okay, that is our first goal. So in context, the first thing is we are going to add chat memory. Okay, this is the first thing which we are going to have. Now, in order to have a chat memory, short-term memory. Yep, this is the short-term memory issue basically. So we have to have a chat memory. And with that chat memory, let me also explain two or three things. I have already explained it in previous sessions as well. But let's say I am going to give some message to my chat model. So that is my human message. And then I'm going to get some responses from AI as well. So that is AI message. With this, we can also set the tone of our LLM. Okay, the tone of our LLM can be set through some instructions we can give. We can set some tone, we can set some prompt. That is called system message. So through these three things, we are going to get the responses which we are desired for. Okay, system message is going to set a tone for our LLM. Then AI message are the messages which we are going to get from our LLM. And then human messages are those messages which we are going to send. Okay. So now when I'm saying that we are maintaining a chat history or chat memory, we are going to maintain the state of the message also. We are going to maintain basically where the message belongs to a human message, AI message, or system message. Are we good up to now? Cool. So let me go here, and in this project, I am again not going to change it. I have already created the second telescope bot here. And also we are creating telescope bot. So let's ask the question regarding courses or anything. So this is our second project in which I have added the memory. Now, how is the memory added? How is the history added basically? Like this. In the starting, we are saying that you are telescope, a helpful coding teaching assistant. Okay. Only stick to tech related questions. For any other questions, okay, let me remove this part. Let's create our own response or our own message. So we are creating a chatbot for telescope. Okay. So you are edtech or an edtech chatbot for telescope. I hope this model GPT-4 mini already know about telescope. Okay, so respond accordingly. Just this system message. This is a very bad system message. I have not shared like to whom you are talking to, what are the restrictions. We will see that one by one. Okay, so this is like the tone setter. I can also write that only reply in 5 words. Now, every time our LLM is going to reply, it is going to use 5 words, exact 5 words. So this is our system message, and it is already installed in our history. Like we have put this message as the first message in our history. Now, what we are going to do is whenever user is going to give us any message, we are going to like use human messages in order to mark that this message is of human. And then again, we are going to append our history. Similarly, whenever we are going to call our LLM, we are not going to only send our user input, we are going to send the entire history. So up to now, what the history contains, a system prompt and a prompt which is given by user, and that will go to basically our invoke function, and we are going to get some response. Now, whatever response we are getting, we are again going to append history with that particular message. And then we are again going to call this user input, from which we are going to get another message, another user message, which we are going to append in our history. And this time, our history will contain one system prompt, two human message, and one AI message as well. Cool. Are you with me up to now? Everything is like normal only right now. Okay. We have changed two things. First thing is we are maintaining our history, and instead of sending only our user input to our info function, we are sending the entire history with proper like messages, human message, AI message, and everything. Also, I can like show you this also. Just a second. If I click on system message, this is under system.py. And here it is mentioned that this is a message for primarying AI behavior. So this is that. And if I click on human message, we can see the message from human or the user. And this is our AI message, message from an AI. Okay. So this is what it is. With this, we are going to invoke what? Memory in it. So let's see it in action again. Let me write by. Let me clear it. I'm not like going to change this again and again. I don't need that. Okay. Just be with me. It is going to work. Okay. So this is my second project. And in the second project, let me write UV run main. I'm getting some warnings, no issues. Okay. So this is like the start of our message. Hi, I am Akshay. Again, hello Akshay. How can I help you? Let me write. What is my name first? So your name is Akshay. That means it is maintaining the history, which it was not maintaining here, right? I don't know your name. Cool. Is is this looking good? So this is the first step which we did basically in order to add some memory, add some context to our LLM. Okay. So you are asking, does every human message and AI message keep in history? Yes. Yes, it does. Like this. We can use any sort of like database also in order to store the messages. Or there are many functions, basically, many ways of handling this. Let me show you some of them. I'm not going to show you the documentation. Let me share this like this. Let's say this is our human message, this is our AI message, this is some system prompt, and again we are chatting like this. Okay. So at a particular time, maybe the data will be too huge to handle. And also, as a human, it is our tendency basically to switch the topics also in between, right, in a single chat. Although it is not recommended because it is going to disturb our context, but let's say this is going like this. So there are ways to handle it. What we can do as an like application engineer is, let's say there is a chat session going on. So let it happen. Let the chat session happens entirely. But once the session is finished, or once it is getting overloaded with a lot of message, we can basically add some functions or some tools like summarizer in between, so that our context will also not lose, and we will get the proper answers basically. Okay, this is up to us how we can handle it. If I talk about chat applications like ChatGPT, Gemini, you can see to your oldest chat and you are going to get all the messages intact there. Okay, so every LLM basically maintains the chat history like that. You can also maintain the chat history through databases. Maybe if you want to use it in CSV, you are free to use basically anything. Okay, in this particular project, yes, it is going to be deleted once I reload the project because I'm not like saving it anywhere, but you can save it. Maybe we can create some session objects for that particular current chat so that it doesn't like harm the frequency of the chats. And afterwards, I can dump all these messages into some or the other database. Okay, makes sense. Cool. So if I like say bye now, it is going to say goodbye. And if I like run it again, now it is going to run as a new project. It doesn't know anything. If I ask what is my name, it is not going to answer me anything. I don't know your name, right? This is how it is. Cool up to now, everything is cool, looking good, nothing much. Just added some memory, just added some context. So this is our first context, which is chat memory. Now let's say we are not creating any random bot, right? We are creating telescope bot. Let me clear this again. Oh, sorry. By clear. So we are creating what? We are creating telescope bot. Now, what telescope bot should do? First thing is it should like reply to only technical questions. I'm assuming it should not reply to who is Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, so that is the limit which we have to create. That is the constraint which we have to handle. We can handle it through some ways. Basically, we are using some prompt only here. Okay, if you know about prompt engineering little bit, you will know that we can do anything right here. So I can write anything. Stick to only tech questions. Okay, and if you don't know the answer, sorry, if you don't know the answer, write I don't know. Okay, this is very important for AI. I can also show you some example here. Just a second. So this is our chat GPT, right? Let me create a new chat. Let me ask chat GPT how many members are there in my family. Let's see. Okay, it is giving me some response, which is a little worrying me. Okay, it is giving me wrong response. It is hallucinating basically. So it is giving me four members only, your family, you, your father, mother, and your sister. So I don't have any sister. It is kind of hallucinating, but the nature of our LLM is such, whenever they get any related questions, any questions for that matter, every LLM is trying to answer that. Okay. So we have to basically catch this behavior of LLM, and we have to put some constraint either through prompting or through other methods which we are going to see in this particular class only. Okay, so this is like a very important message to have into our configurations, into our system prompt. That if you don't know anything, please type I don't know. Don't give me random information. Okay. So this is our messages, which is good. Let me clear, or let me say bye also to this. Let me restart it. Okay, now let me ask how many members are there in my family, and it is giving me I don't know, which is like great enough. I don't want LLM to basically respond to questions which it don't know. Okay. Let's see the tag questions also. So let me write anything. Let's say who is Shah Rukh Khan. I don't know it is saying. Okay, because we have configured it to I don't know. Maybe we can change this message to something like more appropriate. I am only designed to talk about uh, tech. Okay, let me say bye now, and let's restart it again. It's funny how, like I also said, restart it again. Restart it itself it again only. So let me write any message again. So let me write who is SRK. I am only designed to talk about tech. Okay, let's ask some tech questions. Do you have any information about LangChain? Yes, it enables AI integration easily. Okay, just note this also. It is only taking like 5 words only. One, two, three, four, five, and this it is also taking. So reply only in 5 words. Let me remove this line. I want some proper replies now. Bye. Okay, tell me about Python course. This is what our AI chatbot should do, right? If we have any Python courses into our curriculum, into Telescope, it should talk about that, right? And with that also, it should talk about all the courses which we have. So currently, if we go to the screen again, if we see our site, learn.telescope, we have some particular courses. We have mastering agentic AI with Java, mastering agentic AI with Python, Java Spring Boot, and Fast API. Not the webinars, only the courses. And these all the courses, Docker, Spring AI. Okay. So if I ask Telescope that tell me something about maybe Rust course or Golang course, we don't have that course, correct? First thing is we don't have that courses into Telescope right now. So it should respond that I don't know about it. We don't have any courses regarding that basically. Okay. Do you all agree? Instead, if it starts giving me any Rust or Golang courses from some other site, then it is not Telescope bot. Then it is some random bot who knows a lot of things about every site. It is a generic or general bot, which we are not creating. We are creating Telescope bot only. So when I asked this telescope bot that tell me about Python course, it is giving me some random information. Like it is giving me a curriculum typically includes like a generic message it is. It is giving me some of the things and the course usually include what a course usually have, it is giving me that. But it is not giving me my particular course or my particular course instructions or specifications. Now there are some ways of handling this. Let me first handle it through prompt. Let's say I am writing by again. And here, let me write like, uh, why this is happening? Okay, let me write, I have one Python course, which is going to start in one day. And, and here are the topics we are going to cover. And I can list any amount of topics here. Okay. Let me go to the site again. There should be some Python course. Let me see. Mm, 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 mm. Can I copy anything from here? No, right? Let me ask ChatGPT then. Give me 5 Python terms. Okay. So I'm going to write this only. Ah, okay, okay, no issues. Python list dictionary class. Okay. Now let me clear it. Let me again run our application. And now let's again ask, do you have any Python course? Okay, now it is aware of our Python course and it is giving us information that I currently have this Python course. It is going to start in one day. It will include topics like variable, function, list, dictionary, and class. If you have specific tech related questions about the course or Python, feel free to ask. It is doing its job like nicely only, okay? But the thing is, the issue here is I can't update my this message again and again whenever I'm having a new course, right? This will be another headache for me to include all the courses, structure, prices, descriptions, sections, everything again and again into this particular prompt. And this is also going to like be big in the like length, and I have to maintain it every time I create a course, and it is a headache. So this is not how it should be handled. Are you all getting the pain points and getting why I'm like little not going with this particular method? Do any of you already know what I'm going to talk about? RAG? Yup, yup. We are going to talk about RAG. Okay. So the thing here is, since we can't add one line or two line or one description again and again into our prompts, we have to handle it from somewhere else. Okay, so this is like adding the new context. So up to now, we have chat memory as a context. We have our human messages, AI message, and system message as a context, but we can't rely on them completely because we have a lot of data into our databases. We have a lot of data into our other forms, but that we can't hold or we can't send it directly through a system prompt or system message. So now comes the second part of our context, which is, let's say I'm using some DB. Oh, sorry, DB. I'm using the data in some or the other CSV. I'm using the data maybe into any other place, maybe into any PDF. Okay. So these are the secondary sources. I don't want to feed them, like I don't want to copy the content from the CSV, DB, and PDF and add it to one system prompt. I want a way to basically inject the knowledge into these things to our system. Okay, are we getting it? So this is where does what does LLM convert human message to SQL? No, no. Like it can, if I give a prompt like select as like get all the details of all the users, it can give me a SQL query for that for sure. But it like doesn't work like that. Our LLM basically works on parameters. So how many of you already know about how LLM works? Yep. Okay, you are asking this question. Don't worry. I'm going to answer that only. So whenever we are creating any applications, like it is not like after AI only we started creating applications, right? Applications are there. We are just going to use the AI features into our applications. Now, in order to do that, what we need to do? We need to give information from this PDF, this CSV, this DB also. Now, let me give you a little context of how AI works. Do you all know about semantic searches? Or let me not create it again. Okay, Manik, you know. Madhuri, you also know. If you don't know, please write no. I'm going to then explain it. Otherwise, I won't waste time there. If I don't see any no, I'm going to continue. I have learned from your sessions only. Okay, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Nandini. You can skip. Okay. Okay. Okay, you are saying no. Okay. Oh, a lot of no's are coming. Why were you silent before? So the thing is, we are going to cover this. Let me see. Let me see. Just a second. I should have it somewhere. Yep. I'm just going through this, okay? This was already like done in the previous sections. So AI basically use semantic searches. What is semantic search? We are not going to search through an entire word. Like pizza will be not searched by pizza itself. There are a lot of parameters which define pizza. Suppose if we are using these two parameters, one is state, solid and liquid, and one is temperature, hot and cold. I can simply put pizza here, right? I can put French fries also here because these both are solid and are normally hot temperature food, right? If I talk about chocolate, chocolate is solid, but chocolate is cold in temperature. If I talk about ice cream is again solid and is cold in nature. Lemonade is not solid, lemonade is liquid and is cold in nature. Coffee, if I talk about coffee, is solid, but coffee is hot. So it will go here. Similarly, cold coffee will go here, and tomato soup can go here. Okay. Please tell me if this is clear. Yes. Okay. So the thing here is, if I'm going to search for pizza now, I don't have to write pizza in the search query. I can write, I want to eat something solid which is hot in temperature. And based on those two parameters, I can get options of these two. Or I can write, I want to drink something cold. So whenever I write I'll drink something cold, so it is going to again check that the person wants to drink. So the state should be liquid and it should be cold in temperature. So it is going to give me these two options. Okay, this is how our semantic search work. This is the core reason why we are using LLM, because it can work and it can think like us. This is how we also talk. This is how we also remember things. Like, okay, we also talk like this only. What is that movie in which the actor was this, the action was this, director was this, the song was this. Okay. So this is how we also think, and this is the exact way what we have tried to give to our LLM also. Yep, mostly these things are stored under vector. Vector is a kind of array only. Okay. So our computer only understand what? Numbers only. It doesn't understand our English words. So it is going to assign some number to this dimension, some number to this dimension, some number to this dimension, some number to this dimension. Similarly here and here. So whenever we are going to talk about something like to drink maybe of hot temperature, it is going to give us all the information from this particular dimension. Maybe we have some other food items or drinks here also. Okay, so this is how it thinks. Cool. This is enough. If you got it, it will be fine. Cool. It is clear. You are saying we are happy. We are happy. Understood. Understood. Okay. Cool. So now let's get back to the game again. Now what we are going to do, we need to pass some form of the PDF, CSV or database to our context, to our LLM, so that it can figure out that I need to refer this particular PDF or this particular CSV or database. Okay. So in order to do that, we use RAG. RAG is this only. What is the full form of RAG? Anyone in the chat? I'm going to copy it from there only. Yep. The full form of RAG. Retrieval something, right? Augmented generation. Yes. Correct. So this is the full form of RAG. In which what we are saying that we need to retrieve some information from the generated part, kind of. Okay. So we are doing this. Now, in order to do this into our application, what we are going to do, we are going to change our application. Let me write by again. You are getting everything up to now, right? Okay, let me write by again and let me change the project also. CD3. Uh, okay, I'm going to show you this courses.csv which I have created. Okay, here are some like screenshots of the screen. I was trying to test my light basically. Yup. So the thing to note here is not my photos. The thing to note here is this. This is one like simple CSV file which I have created. Okay, this is like mastering Java, all the courses, 4 or 5 courses. Start date, under start date is it is saying like this. Let me write recorded and let me also write not published is fine. Uh, Out of topic. Okay, what tool you are using for whiteboard? I'm using Excelidraw. This is the site, excelidraw.com. Okay, so the thing is start date is mentioned here, but this is not date. So I'm changing this to course type maybe. Okay, and here we have duration, not published, not published. Let me write some duration also. Let me write 3 months and I can copy this. Let me write 2 months here, 1 month here, maybe 6 months here, and 7 months here. Okay, just random things. Also, topics are not mentioned here. I'm not going to write it again and again, but it is writing not published. The thing is, pricing have some value, and it is also having links of the like courses. If I copy this particular link and I paste it here, I'm going to get to some of the other courses. Let me paste it. Okay, I'm here. Maybe I am already enrolled. That's why it is working like this. But the course slug ID was from this course. Spring AI self-paced. Okay. So here are some links. Now, the thing to note here is even if I have some data, I don't have some data, the links are working, the links are not working, that is not important right now. The important part is how can we integrate this information into our chatbot? How can we pass this information into our chatbot and make it such that it only refers to this particular document? And if there are any questions asked, apart from this information, it should like give a proper response by saying that we don't have that course currently, or you can fill up some form in order to request that particular course. Okay, whatever way we want, we can use it. The thing with AI applications is AI will give you some freedom of using things, but it is up to us only who is going to design the application, who is going to use this particular knowledge or base into our applications. Okay, so again, just go to the code once. What I'm doing here now, please keep be attentive little bit. I'm going to use ChatGPT 4o Mini, my favorite model, LLM, as simple as that. Ignore these lines, we will come back to these. I'm using LangChain, so mostly are from its libraries only. I'm using some embeddings. Okay, a new word, embedding. Embedding means what? Embedding means basically, how can I say embedding? So in that graph where I was showing you hot and cold and temperature and basically state, we are setting all the options into some or the other places, right? Now all these places will be having some or the other um, code coordinates, right? It is going to have some or the other coordinates. So each word and each token into our LLM have a coordinate value like that. Okay. And how many dimensions our LLM is using? Let's see that. Let me ask ChatGPT only. Let me ask a new chat. How many dimensions are there in which model? 4o mini model. Let's see. So we were seeing only two dimensions, right? It is giving me some other information. How many parameters for each token? Okay. Okay. It is giving me, for example, if a model has 10 billion parameters, those same 10 billion parameters are shared across all tokens. Okay, yeah, we can think about 2D array. You can also think about 3D array, 4D array, 5D array, 6D array. Like that, it is going to use other like variable things, other parameters in order to mark a particular word. Let me give you an example again. Uh, let's say here is a office going man. Okay, this is a particular term. Now, this can be termed into various parameters. Office going man can see Netflix, can see this, can see that, can go to parties, cannot go to parties, or will be tall, will be short, will have beard, will have hair, will have things which have eye color, and every other parameter will have this much experience, will have this much knowledge, have built so many products, have not built any product about AI yet. Okay, we'll have so many parameters for this particular office going man. Similarly, for each token, even for a simple token like, let me write any word, let's say course. This course will also have so many tokens, or not tokens, this course will have so many parameters on which we can basically make sure that this particular word is course only. Okay, there was a game also in the past, I'm not sure if we play that right now or also not, in which we are not allowed to like basically take the name directly, but we have to talk about the things which are related to it, and eventually we have to find out that what is the current word. So it is like that only. So those other words are the parameters only. If we are going to describe any course, if we are going to describe any boy, it have two legs, two eye, one smile, two hands, anything, right? So these are all the parameters which define us as human and which can define anything as a course. Okay. So we are using metrics, complete metrics in order to basically perform any searches and in order to store any tokens. So every word, everything is going to be stored into tokens. Solid. Up to now we are good. So those tokens are going to be embedded in some or the other form, and this is where we are settling up the embedding formula. We are saying that we are using OpenAI embedding, and the current model which we are going to use is text embedding 3 model. Text embedding 3 small. Okay, let me check this also. Let me text embedding 3 model have how many um, params? Yep. So the current dimensions of this embedding 3 model small is 1536. So these are all the matrices, these are all the dimensions on which our token is going to be stored and will be carried out. Okay. I hope we are all sorted with this point because it is going to play a very crucial role into our next game. Okay, so this is that line. Now this is simple only. We have simply used with open to basically load this particular courses.csv file, which we just saw. And what are we doing with this file? We are basically reading that file and like getting the file content in documents. Nothing much. Okay. Now with these documents, we are going to create vector store. Vector store is what? Using the embeddings, using 15381536 parameters, we are going to embed each and every token into this particular file into vector store. What is vector store? Again, a kind of array only, a kind of vector in which we are going to set for every word where should it reside in that particular dimensional graph. Are we good? This is the core of RAG. Stored as map, not as map, as vectors only. Key value. I wish I could, like, it is kind of key value. Let's say I'm using some graph, right? So if I'm using graph, let's say this is my graph, and here I have some value. So we are going to store it like 2 comma 2 as an array. So similarly, we are going to store each and every value of that particular CSV into like a comma separated array of this with not 2 dimensions, with 1536 dimensions. Yeah, it is obviously everything what I'm saying is stored in some or the other official documents also. Okay, so this is how we are going to store this value, and this is how we are going to store any other value for that matter into us from our CSV. So now we are changing the game. What we are going to do now, we have this as our application. And now whenever we are going to get any query, we are going to see for two things. We are going to first call to our LLM, and we are also going to check to our CSV file. But the CSV file is a vector store now, so we are going to get that value and we are going to send that particular value to our LLM again. Suppose our CSV currently is of many courses, right? And we don't want to, like, let's say the user is calling only, or the user is talking about Python course for that matter. So we are going to extract all the information from this CSV about that particular Python course, and we are only going to share that Python course knowledge to our LLM, and then we are going to get some particular response from our LLM. Is this fine? The picture is clear how things are working? Just type yes or no. Okay. So this is our CSV, which is containing the details of all the courses. I am trying to get some values for Python. So our application will search Python, do a semantic search here, and will get all the information for Python. And we will send that particular information to our LLM, and our LLM will process the information like it was processing the older messages and will give us a particular, like a formatted text. Okay. Yes, you can import from CSV, DB, PDF, anything. You can use all of them also. Okay, you can create three basically vector DBs and can pass them. Okay, because the thing is, let's say I have a CSV in front of me. I have a limited basically data only. But what if the data is of Amazon level? What if the data is on like next level only? What if we are using our site to sell things like Amazon, Flipkart, or any other big e-commerce site? There they don't have like options to basically extract all the product information and feed it into CSV and then pass that CSV, right? There they have to connect it to the database directly. But then also we have to take some measures there because our application should only have the read access of that particular information. And also mostly in order to perform these applications, we create separate tables basically and we update them regularly so that the current table or the entire functional table will not get impacted. I hope you are getting my point, right? Yeah, yeah. We have to create embeddings because without that, semantic search is not possible. Cool. Do you have, do we have template available in the official docs? Like coding as coding we are doing. Yeah, we do have official docs also. You can also ask ChatGPT again for the code. It can give you code, but the code was very different from what you see here. So I am also going to like put this code as I will export this particular MCP flow folder only, and I'll create a zip file and upload it in the resources section. Don't worry about that. Okay. So tell me if we are getting everything up to this particular line. Okay. So this is going to be our retriever from where we are going to retrieve our value from our this only vector store from which is created by using embeddings for what? For our documents. Okay. So this is the foundation. Now we are going to see the regular things in a different manner. We have to import our CSV, this retriever things also. But let's see. So again, we are maintaining our history. Here, the system message is a bit long. We are Telesco, a helpful coaching assistant. Use the course context Telesco courses. Okay, I can write this now because I have already shared the CSV. Only stick to tech and course related questions. For any other questions, simply type I'm designed to solve tech questions basically only. Please stick to that. Okay. So now it is going to reply us this. Are we good? Up to now, I have done nothing. Only a system message is sent. And that too, not to our LLM, to our history array, to our history list. Now comes the flow. Again, a while loop because it should be a chat. And I'm taking one input here. If the input is bye, I'm going to say Telesco goodbye. And here I'm doing something. I'm giving that particular input to my retriever first. Okay. Like I said here, we are giving the term which user is trying to search to our retriever first for our CSV so that we can get all the relevant docs. Here we are saying docs, basically all the data which we can get from our CSV, we are getting that here as relevant docs. And we are basically creating the context. Nothing much. Don't worry about these lines. Don't worry about the coding part. Coding part is easy nowadays. You have to understand the flow. Okay. Focus on that more. So what we are doing, we are passing our user query to our doc, and it is giving me relevant docs, relevant sections of that particular document. And I'm just simply joining them by two line separation and creating my context for LLM. Are we good up to now? Okay, what are you asking? Does API need SDK for model access, or both API and SDK are different options to connect in place of MCP? Okay, we haven't started on MCP. Just wait, just wait. We are going to go there. Don't worry. So this is how we are setting the context, and we are creating a kind of input in which we are saying that this is my course context. This is the data which we can use from our courses, which we can use from our CSV. And this was the original question of our user. Okay. And this augmented input we are sending as human message. So we are kind of altering the message of user. Okay. But for its own good, we are setting the more context here. Okay, so with history, we are also setting the human message, which we were already setting, and we are simply using our LLM. So our LLM message plus the human message, which we are getting from user, and with that, we are also setting the context. Okay, tell me these four lines are clear? Clear, cool. So what we are going to do now, simple, normal stuff only. This is our human message. We are going to get some response and we'll append the history message accordingly. The thing to see here is here I have not appended the history message to basically this context again and again because the context is going to be there only. So I'm only using our history, like our user input to append in our history. It is up to you. You can append the entire context. You can append the entire augmented input. Basically, you can do anything. Okay. This was my choice because I don't want to like get into those loop because this context is going to be there always. Okay. So this is up to you how you are going to design your application. Okay. So now I think the explanation is clear. Let's see it in action. If you have any doubt, feel free to like put them into chat and let me run this application. So UV run main. Okay. This is saying you. Let me ask about the course directly, right? What, let me ask a little like first time learner. Uh, should I learn Python? Okay. It is taking this message also as a nonsense message. Just wait a minute. Only stick to tech question. Let me remove this. Let me remove this line. Okay, maybe we can use some better prompts to restrict our LLMs. So let me type by clear. Should I learn Python? Okay, we are getting this particular message from LLM only. It is not using our. Okay, it is using. So if you are considering learning Python, it can be a great choice. Python is a versatile programming language. It includes web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, etc. Um, Given to the context of the courses offered by Telesco, particularly this course could be a beneficial choice if you are interested in AI engineering and similar fields. Additionally, if you are looking to get into Gen AI, this is another course. Okay, this is sounding a little bit salesy right now. This is not the way of talking. Basically, we don't simply start selling things. But just for demo, I have created it like this only, okay? So that it can basically get all the information from our CSV file. Okay, now let's say I am interested in this particular course. Okay, that's great. The agentic AI course is fantastic choice, etc., 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 etc. And it is of this price, and also it is providing the link. Okay, obviously we are creating this particular application into this, what do we say, this terminal application kind of. But if we are using any UI to enhance this prompt and enhance this show, you can see how it can like improve the things, right? Okay, you are saying this, that it is referring to what? Telescope website, not LLM. Okay. I can see the doubt, but I can see the doubt. But let me change the CSV file then. You questioned the project only. Let me change the price. Let me put the price like 10 here, 20 here, maybe 15 here. Okay. 12 here, and again maybe 5 here. Why not? Let me save it. Okay, I hope I'm saving it to the right position, right area. Uh, just a second, let me see. Okay, it is saved here. Not now. Copy. And let me paste it here. Paste, 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 paste. Why not? Resilient Finder. Let me remove this courses.csv and let me put this one here. It should do. Now the things are changed, right? Now the data is changed. Dot numbers it is saving. Let me also change the extension. Where is rename? Yep. Dot CSV. And can we see the content? No, we can't. This is the issue, right? So let me use this only. I have another file. Okay, thank God. Let me copy this. Let me paste the file here. I'm removing this file. Paste. We're going to change the things from here also. So let me write in prices, let me write 10 here, 20 here, 15 here, 9 here, and 17 maybe here. Okay. Now let's see our application. Let me say bye to this one. Clear. I'm going to again ask the price directly. Okay. We don't have time for this. What is the price of Python course? Okay. So the price here, it is showing $17. And if we see our this also courses.csv, the price for Python course is this 17 only. Okay. I'm using USD. You can use INR, any currency of your choice. Cool. So this is what RAG is. This is a simple application in which we are using CSV. Once you have seen it, we are not like doing a lot of work. We are simply using an embedding model. Where's the embedding model? Yep, we are using an embedding model. And through that embedding model, we are converting that documents into embedding and saving them in vector store. And we are using a simple retriever. Okay. And using that retriever, we are first sending the user input to that particular retriever, getting the relevant documentations or relevant data, and passing them as context into our LLM. Okay, are you getting it? There are four steps basically. This is those kind of things. If you have worked on JDBC or anything, there were four or five steps. This is like that only. Are we good up to now? Nowadays, you are seeing a lot of applications like Summarizer, a YouTube description, analyst, or something like that. Like it will summarize the whole video, summarize the whole PDF, will get all the answers for you. If you are from India and you have seen Munna Bhai MPS, or sorry, Lage Raho Munna Bhai movie, in which that person was not getting enough sleep and assumes that Gandhiji is with him, and he can ask any questions to Gandhiji, and if he have read that particular thing, the Gandhiji is going to respond. This is kind of that only. We are going to create, or we are trying to create our own Gandhiji, but here with Telescope bot, we are doing it with the courses. So whatever information we are feeding it with, it is going to respond to those particular queries. If the information is not there, it is not going to respond to us. Okay. So rag is like that. Okay, so that in that movie, Gandhiji was rag. Are you getting the complete picture here? If you are missing anything, please let us know. Okay, cool. So I'm moving further. Okay, can I? Yeah. So this is good up to now. Okay, we are moving further. So what we did right now is, in order to increase the context, we are now able to use databases, CSV, PDF, anything. Okay, so the context is huge now. Now let me show you one more thing. Into our chat application, if I start a new chat, what is the current time? It is searching the web. Okay, did you just saw that text? It is not searching from LLM, it is searching the web. And here I'm getting the current time into my current area. This is fine. Let me show you one more thing. OpenAI models we have here, right? So if I like compare any models, comparison doesn't make any sense. Let's compare it to my favorite 4O mini, 4O mini, or simply ChatGPT 4, no issues. I just want to like tell you a thing, that this particular model, ChatGPT 5.6 Soul, is trained up to the data of 16 February 2026. And this particular model, ChatGPT 4, is trained up to the data of December 1st, 2023. Okay, so all the knowledge, all the data which is feed into these systems are up to these dates. These are called knowledge cutoff dates. After this date, if I want any other information, we have to basically use different tools like web searches, like any other searches, like calling some APIs, like calling some functions. Okay, like that. Are you getting me? So this is knowledge cutoff date. And after this, if I want some other information, if I want some latest information, I have to add something to this particular model. We have seen RAG. Now, one thing I can do is I can include all the information again and again through documents, but that will be again a hideous task. I have to update it again and again. And what if we are creating this kind of chatbot for news applications? In those cases, it will be like nightmare for us to update, right? We can't have so much context. Every day there is a lot of news in the world. So we can't add all the news through documents into our LLMs. So for that, what we can use tools. Are we good? tools I said. So loosely, we can say that in order to increase our context, the fight is about this particular context only. Okay, we don't have to forget this. This is our fight to increase our context and to make our LLM stronger through this context only. Now, let me give you third thing, which is tools. Cool. What are tools? Suppose into my application is running, right? This particular application is what uh, 3 telescope board. That means this is our RAG application. If I ask what is the current time, our application have the features of that particular CSV and have the features of LLM. I am using 4O mini. That means the data is trained up to what December 2023. But I'm using it to find the current time. It is not capable of that, right? Our LLM is not capable of that. Now, in order to fix this, in order to give the capability of current informations, of current tools, we are going to use tools into our applications. Tools are like external context. We can use internet, we can use any other things, we can use our own functions. Okay. For a simple thing like date, why do we need to use internet, right? We can create our own Python function, a simple time function, and it is going to give us the current date, current time, anything. Okay. So up to now, I think we are good. And let me close this one. Now the things are going to be a little complex. Just be with me. Ignore them, ignore them. So I'm saying that we are going to use tools. Are we happy? Are we good to go? Can we start? You have to be attentive for 10 minutes for this and then for a little longer for the other thing. I can see only one yes. You are joining live. You should take advantage of joining live. Okay, I can see some more yes. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. So let's start. Now, what we are going to do, every context which we need to add to our application, we will add them as tools. Okay. So if we want to search anything into our CSV, we are going to create a tool for that. If we want to basically get the current time, we are going to create a tool for that. If we want any other functionality, we are going to create tool for that. Okay. So these tools are going to help our chat application to pass it to LLM and accordingly it can answer. So it is going to work in this way only, where we were sending the Python information to our CSV first and we are getting the information and then we are calling our LLM. So it is going to work like that only. Let me also move it somewhere else. Let me move it here. Yep. Okay, cool. Now what we are doing with this .env, I am not going to explain. With this, we are going to like open a CSV file. We are simply exporting all the details in our file to this courses, and this is our first tool. What is tool? We have understood. It is going to like help our LLM to get the proper responses. So this is the structure of a normal tool where it is going to define as a function. We have to use @tool here. In the first line, we are going to set the context of this particular tool. Now, this line is not a comment. This is for our LLM to understand because we are not going to call these tools, our LLM is. So, Our LLM needs to know about this tool. So we are saying that list the name of all available courses. So this tool is going to work for this. And we are sending all the available courses from this courses file. Okay, this is a vague example, but it is going to work. Next thing is I'm going to get course details. So get price, format, enrollment link from this. If we want it in any other format, if you want to change anything, if you want to like say any other things, we can update it. And again, we are returning a normal string like this. Okay. And if I move ahead, I have created another tool to get simply the current date in this particular format. So it is going to do that. And what is this? This I created a function actually. I thought that I'll add some dates into those CSV files and I'll say that a normal user basically talks like this, na? Ki if I'm writing, okay, what is today's date? When is the course going to start? How many days are left? So basically, I created the function for that. It is of no use for us right now, but I created one. And this tool I have created for some random fact. Random fact. I just wanted to show you that we can use any amount of APIs also into our application. So I'm using one API and accordingly we are getting some information. I'm passing it like this. So from article this description this URL this. Okay, I'm using any third party API. This is random. I have not picked entire intentionally this. Okay, so this is random fact. So these are all the tools which we are going to use. So list our courses, course details, current time, when my course is going to start, how many days are left, and this is a random fact. Okay. These are the tools. Are we good with the tools? We can see that all tools are basically a normal function only with this at the rate tool. Okay. Are we good? Please type yes or no. If you have any questions, you can ask. These are functions only, nothing much. If you know Python, you are like going to get it easily. Cool, looks good. Now these are the tools which we are going to have, and then we have to why I am doing this, I'll come back to this in a bit. Okay. So this is our normal flow only. Now with this chat API, chat open AI, basically with this model, I am binding the tools. I'm saying that okay, I'm going to use GPT-4o mini model, but with that, we can also check these tools. These tools. Okay. Now with this, we have the power of these tools also. Okay, okay. Sorry about that. So these tools, and then it is like similar only. We have some system message. I can also remove this system message, only stick to tech related questions. It was not working before like correctly. Now this is that. Then we have our loop. This is where we are sending our human message. And you can see that whenever we are sending our human message, we are also maintaining history. So history have our system message and our human message this time. And we are going to invoke our LLM. We are going to send our history to our LLM and getting the response. Okay. Now what can I do? Let me show you the response first before explaining this. Hmm. Let me show you the response here directly. Um, Let me write simply print I can do. Okay, it is going to be same for MCP also. So please pay attention here. Now let me run this. Here I am doing some things basically, and we are getting the response which we want. Okay, just wait for a bit. I'm going to explain this. Some of you also like can go through the code and can explain it. Can get it basically. What is wrong with me? So I'm running it again. Okay, wrong project. Just a second. And let me change the project first. So this time I'm going to use 4. UV run, or let me clear it first. UV run main. Okay. Oh, main.py. Okay. Now I'm going to ask it current date. Okay. What is the current date? Now, in order to get this information, our LLM is going to basically respond it from that particular tool, not from LLM. So let me write enter, and this is the entire response. See, we are going to get some content. Content is nothing. That means our LLM is not going to respond as anything. It is getting the response from somewhere else. We have something here. Token usage is here. Completion token is 11. Prompt taken is 204. Total tokens which is used in this particular conversation is 215. Expected predictions is 0. Tokens is 0. Rejected tokens is 0. Prompt token tokens is 0. Where is the date? Model is OpenAI. The name of model is this. See, it has the data of 24. Okay. 18,724. So here we have something called tool calls, where we are only getting the names. So the name of the tool is get current time. And this tool was called. Okay. The type was tool call. And this tool was called in order to get this particular information. If I ask anything else, let me see the tools once. Let me ask anything random, let's say. Get a random piece of tech. Let me ask, give me any random information. Let's see if it is going to use LLM or our tools. So this was our message. Okay, this was our message. Here, give me any random information. And here again, the content is like nothing. So it is not using LLM, it is using some tools only. Okay. So that in the tools call section, we can see that the tool which is getting called here is random tech fact. And with this tool, we are getting this particular message. It is giving me some title, some summary, some data, some link basically. Okay. So again, we are getting this information from this tool, not from LLM. Are we getting this? This is so powerful because this is the time where the things changed. This is the time where we can add any information, any APIs, any data sources to our chatbot, and it is going to refer that instead of getting any random data from our LLM. Okay. Our data, our LLM is going to first check these details into our tool calls, into our tools, and then we are going to get any information from our LLM if required. Are you with me? Are you getting this part? Okay. Yes, you are saying thank you. Okay. Ravi, you are saying that this is RAG from function, not LLM. It is not RAG, it is tools. Okay. We are getting the current date information from this particular tool. This is not RAG. RAG means passing some external sources like PDF or any database or any CSV file basically externally. This is tools. We have created some tools. Tools can be any Python functions or anything for that matter. Okay, so all these Python functions are working as a tool into our application from which we are getting any information. Also, these were the two random things. Let me also talk about my courses, which we are using now from our tools. So let me ask like this. I want to learn maybe Java this time. Let's see. So here again, you can see here that the response content is nothing, But here also we are getting some tool calls, and the tool call is list courses. It is going to give me the details from the list, and it is giving me this detail. You can learn Java through this course. Here are the details. Okay. It is like this. Also, I'm getting the link here. Yup. Correct word. Predefined methods. Can we add searching tools? Yes, we can add searching tools. Yeah, we can check the data from other websites. You can see I have created one, like used one API. Where is that? Yep, this. This is from some random website, dev.to. I haven't checked this website yet, but apparently there are articles here. Okay, I have used Cloud only to basically search for this API. Okay, like this, we can add our endpoints also, which we are going to use in our applications. And if we are going to add our endpoints, if we are going to use post, get, any method, we can simply use it like this. And our chat application can do the operations. It can be hard to maintain for sure because we have to put a lot of constraints. We have to make sure that the right person is using it with the right set of, what do we say, permissions, roles, but it is possible now. So suppose I am working on database, I can simply type, I want 100 students who are scoring maybe, or who are science students simply. So I'm not going to write the entire query. I'm not going to call the API myself. I'm simply going to talk it through our chat, and then it is going to be taken care by our LMS, or not by LMS, LLM, through this particular tool, through the tools which we are going to create. Okay, you are saying why tokens are burning then if we are not using anything, right? It is a fairly valid question. We are not getting any responses for sure, but we are sending the data. Prompt tokens are there, right? Also, completion token is 10. Yeah, great question. I haven't thought about this. So the prompt token is like what are the prompts we are sending? So we are sending 460 prompts basically via this question, this system prompt and the user prompts, and we are also setting the history. So whenever we are like, if I simply type hi also now, let's see. Okay, if I say hi, this time it is giving me content from LLM, and it is using 704 tokens, right? We only said hi. We only said hi. But we are also hearing the entire history again and again. That's why the token usage is there. Okay, that's why the tokens are like increasing. Okay, Ravi, you are saying even LLM cutoff date is last month. Can we get today's date and time from local computer? Yes, we can, and we are doing that only. If you see this particular function, we are doing that only. I'm using a simple date today is format. Okay, this is the power. Wherever we want to use any API, we can do that. Wherever we want to use any local functions, we can do that. Wherever we want to use any database or anything, we can do that. Okay, this is the crucial point where the LLM is changed, from where the things are different, from where we are accepting LLMs, from where LLM proves that this is not a normal chatbot, it can be more than that. Up to now in this particular course, it is a chatbot only. Okay. Are we good up to now? Please let me know. If you have any other questions, please pose them. Now we are going to see the main thing, the MCP. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Cool. Oh, I'm writing clear. Sorry. I should write bye. And before this, I want to show one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. So let me first to remove this message, enter response. This time what we are doing, I want to show you this first. So as you saw that we were getting the tool name there, right? So that's why I created this basically tool by name thing, which only have the tool name array, tool name list. And we are checking that we are getting the response from where, and we are appending our history with that tool message. Okay. So that means with this messages, now we have one more message in our system, that is tool message. So everything which we are getting from tool will be stored as tool message. And then we have system, AI, and human message already. So here we are getting the tool messages, and we are then adding the tool message into our history, and then we are calling our LLM again. Okay, are you getting it? First thing is we have appended or we have included our we have binded our tools basically to our LLM. Step one. Step two, we are calling our LLM directly. Sorry, we are calling our LLM directly, and our LLM is smart enough to figure out that for this I don't need to call LLMs. Basically, I can simply use these tools which are mentioned. So it is going to use some tool and will give us some response. We are simply catching from which tool are we getting those responses, and we are storing them as tool messages into our history. So whenever we are sending the invoke, like the real invoke, the real call, what we are sending, the system message, the user message with the tool message. This is very possible that for some or the other messages we are not getting any tools, we are not using any tools. So that's why this invoke message is like history is updated only in this particular loop. Okay. So if we don't have any tool messages for now, it will be it will be not updated, and we are going to use system message and then sorry, system message and then user message only. Okay, so this is the whole flow. Are we clear up to now? Everything is good? What do you mean by flavors basically? Everything is good. Okay, cool. Thank you. Now let me show you the last thing. So the problem, let me show you the problem also. The problem up to here is I can create as many tools as I want into my current project and I can use them. But what if I don't want to use my current tools into my project? What if I want to expose these tools? What can I do for that? First thing. Second thing is, what if I want to use tools from any other places? What if I want to use some tools from maybe Postgres? What if I want to use tools from Slack? What if I want to use tools from any other application, maybe Facebook, Meta, or any other application? If they are exposing any tool, how I can use them? And also, I don't want to write tools again and again. I don't want to coding like code tools again and again. I don't want to create tools again and again. I simply want to use them. Now, this was one of the core issues. Every application uses different technologies to build them. Someone was built like some applications are built in Python, some are in Java, some are in Rust, some are in anything else. But in every language, we can build these tools. Now, I am going to use tools from some other applications. So let me change this. Currently in my like project, I'm not using any other application for now. I'm using these tools only, these functions only, but through MCP. What is MCP? Let me write it down. MCP, basically what MCP did is, for this entire context journey, for including chat memory, databases, tools, for everything, for every of these terms, we have MCP. MCP is working as a protocol. If I talk about MCP again, I don't have to basically, but if I write the full form, Model Context Protocol, right? This is the full form. And how we can like define MCP in reverse order? We can simply say MCP is what? MCP is a protocol which is going to help us in defining context for our model. Like using these APIs only. And external calls. Yeah. I'm coming to that. Just a second, Madhuri. So this is the like basic reason why we are using MCP. So let me show you something. It is easy stuff now if you have understood everything. Okay. Now what have I created? I have created a simple function like server. What is the server? I have used simply fast MCP. I have used some name and exported it to 8000 port. Okay. This is the server which I am creating. Maybe Zomato or any other application is creating their own servers basically, and they are exposing them to us. Okay. So I'm exposing all my tools, all my MCP tools to this particular port. So what are the tools which I have? I'm using this CSV file. So I can list all the courses. This will be like published. This will be exposed. This tool is going to be exposed. Similarly, the way we are exposing APIs, it is going to use the same flow, but for MCP, but for tools. So this is my first tool. The second tool is the course details again. The third tool is the current date. The fourth tool is the like days until the course start. The fifth tool is the random fact. And these are the five tools basically which are exposed, which I am exposing from my server. I can use any servers. There can be multiple servers which I'm using. In the similar way, how we use APIs nowadays, right? Maybe this is the place where a lot of tools are exposed, and we can use those tools directly to our applications with our LLM, with our model, right? Are you getting it? Why I'm so excited about this? This is history. This is like game changing thing. After so long time, we have seen something like this. We were using APIs from a long time, and this is the first time we are changing the entire game. We are exposing what? We are exposing tools now. So let me simply run this server file. Let me write simply uv run. What is the name? Server.py. See, now the server is started, and here we have the server. Okay. Let me use some other thing, some other terminal to use my client. Let me close this one. Yep. So now we have server here and client here. In client, we are first thing is maintaining the server params. So we are using this particular path, and this is my transport. So transport is nothing but a unique name. This is my transport name. Streamable HTTP. Okay, I'm using this again here as underscore. So from this place, we are going to get the tools. Just imagine I can use any tools out of any applications like this. Maybe without like instead of using this through local ports, I can use any ports, any applications. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm simply using multi-server MCP client. Some words here, basically, you can get all the words through documentation. I'm not too excited about this, but we are getting all the tools. And again, we are maintaining the tool names because we have already seen that in the LLM messages, we get the tool names. Okay. So here are the tools. Again, the same way which we were using in our local system, because our tools are exposed via this URL, we are simply binding all the tools like we were binding it in normal tool calls. Okay. And rest of the game is same. We have some system prompts, we have some inputs, we have some game, we have some human messages. We are sending the history basically. I'm using a invoke because I'm using async invoke, and it is going to append. Again, this is tool call function only, right? Which we just saw, from where we can see if any tool is getting called or not. And if it is getting called, we are going to append it as tool message into our history. And with this, we can send our whole history to our A invoke. A invoke is nothing, just a sync invoke, and we are getting the response here. Okay. So if I run it, if I let's say UV run, I think I have to change the folder first. 5 UV run client. And now if I type what is current time, current date, it is going to give me current date with an exposed tool. This is what MCP is doing. MCP is making standards for applications which can expose these tools and the way we are going to use these tools. Okay. So this is why MCP is the core, the heart of these kind of functions. Also, first to tell me if you're getting this, if this is like exciting you, this is making you sad. Are you happy with this? Answer me that first. Then we will talk. Hello, hello. Am I audible? It, MCP is happy. It's interesting. Yeah. So this is like a huge change from a long after a long time, I think. This is the change which is happening in front of us. I was not there in .com balloon or .com bubble. I was not there like actively involved in other things. But this is something which is like happening in front of our eyes, right? Yes, Bhaskar, you are saying it absolutely correctly. You are saying any external library, basically the way APIs were exposed before, now tools can be exposed. Now we can use tools as well. And the thing is, why we are using tool, why we are not using the normal APIs is, in a way we can say that I am not going to use tools, our models are going to use tools. Okay. If I'm going to connect to any application, I can use APIs for sure. But this time, I'm not like taking decisions. The LLM is taking decisions. And LLM is figuring out of these many tools, which tools I'm going to use. Yes, we can expose our tools as endpoints for any other project. If you are from Java background, Bhaskar, I can expose some tools from Python and you can use them. Okay. It is like changing the boundaries here. Also, one quick thing, let me tell you, I only have 3 minutes. I'm not sure if the class is going to end abruptly. With MCP, you have also seen agents, right? If I talk about agents in a simpler words, agents are like hand and legs of our application. With MCP, with all these RAG function tools, we can gather information and we can increase our context for sure, but we can't do anything. So agents give us the power to do things also. With agents, we can perform operations. And how agents are exposed? Through tools, and using this MCP architecture, we can also use those agents into our applications also. Okay, so it is like that. Okay. So with this, I think we are done with today's topic. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I'm sorry I was not able to code it along. I was thinking about it like earlier, but it was unfair because code part you can get it from anywhere, right? So I thought let me explain the topic first. Code part you can enhance also. This system prompt is like bad only. Okay. You can write better system prompt. I also didn't use a lot of AI in order to create this project. That's why the prompts are little vague. But you can use better prompts for better projects. Yep. What are you saying? Looks like you have copied one query from last session in the Lesco portal. Yes, yes, yes. I have done that. Code is going to be the same only. Okay, you are saying when will be the next class? Okay, we are doing this every Monday and Thursday for now, but I'm not sure about the next class. I'm not sure about it. Um, we are not going to have any class on Thursday, I think, but that is also I'm not sure about. So maybe there will be. You will get informed. You will get mail. Don't worry about that. So yep, thank you about this, and we'll see you with another interesting session. And you can also tell us like the topics you want. You can suggest the topics. Maybe in the description section also you can suggest. If you see this video on YouTube, you can comment on it. Comment on it basically. SDK, you are saying. Okay, cool. We will see. We are all in for AI game now. Any topic which you feel is important, we can talk about that. With that, I'll keep quiet now. I hope you enjoyed the session. And thank you very much for joining. If you have any feedbacks, please type in. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this compliment. Have you have like joined any other class of me also? Okay. The first MCP. Okay, okay. Cool, cool. Then to now you are expert on MCP. I'll share this code also with you. You can use it with Cloud Code and anything. The concepts are main. The code is fairly simple nowadays. You can use any AI tools. I also want to use like I first thought of using Cloud Code directly, like on live projects, but that was too scary for me. I can't handle the bad things there. Sometimes the code it gives is not good. So I have to do a lot of changes. So that's why. But yeah, we'll surely try to do that. It is interesting. It is interesting. Nowadays, the value of code is like less. The value of concept is more. You can do a lot of things basically if you have the right concepts in place. Yes, yes, yes. You can try with Java also. With Java, it is little hard, little different, but yeah, cool. If you have any other queries, any other feedbacks, any other things, you can simply put it in the chat. We will take care of that next time. If you feel anything was missing, also you can type. No worries about that. We are happy to take any kind of feedbacks. If you have any topic in mind, you can write that also. And if you are done, you can you can drop off basically. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you, Naveen. Cool. So with this, let's end today's session. Thanks once again and see you. Take care. Goodbye.